Hello, everybody. It's been a while. You'll notice I am here with the lovely, which side's it going to be? That side, the lovely Jace. That's one thing I'm going to have to get used to. Stuff's moved. But welcome to the first of a few different one-to-one sessions in preparation for the relaunch of Heroes and Hijinks with our new campaign, which is a Jace original. So that's exciting. You will notice some things have changed. I have moved house now. So hopefully with the new setup, things should run smoother. However, anyone who's been watching my channel for a long time knows that is never the case. But yes, Jace is a new DM for this campaign. We have a new cast of characters. Anyone who watched the pre-campaign podcast will know. Anyone who hasn't, I hope you look forward to meeting them. Be nice to Jace. Jace has worked very, very hard on this, and we don't want to scare them away before campaign 3. But on that note, Jace, over to you.
Yes, hello and welcome. Thank you very much for the introduction. I will be your DM du jour for Season 2 of Heroes and Hijinks of Trinkets and Trickery. Moisturize, lubricate. And we are going to be exploring part of my homebrew world of Anstrathine, specifically along the western coast from Thorn River and up. But we are going to begin with Yorkie. Can I get you to roll me a d20? It's a luck roll, so 10 and below is bad, but a natural 20 is worse.
No pressure then. Are you taking the piss? It's a fucking natural 20 out of the gate.
Excellent. Okay, it won't come into place a little bit later, but that is incredible. Let me just. So it was.
Want one. The one time I didn't want one. Okay. Oh, Staj, you mean to go on, I guess.
Yep, absolutely. So we begin in a small prayer house, or rather just outside a small prayer house in a little hamlet to the western reaches of Anstrathine called Old Burrow, named for its small mineral mine that produces Ethereum, which is used in enchanting and the making of magical weapons and armor. And it is here that we begin our story with a small congregation at the end of a long day working the soil, working the mine, and assessing the bounties that have been granted to them. As they break bread with each other, they give thanks to several of the gods. They give thanks to Setani, who's the goddess of the earth, for giving them this land that affords them this wealth of mineral. They give thanks to Simica, the goddess of harvests, for ensuring their yields are prosperous. They give thanks to Kriha, the god of trade, in hope of silver and golds for their wares. And lastly, they give thanks to Tael, the god of balance, for all things must maintain an equilibrium, and the balance is always righted should it ever list one way or the other. And in this congregation of around 20 people, mostly older, streaked with soot and dirt and grime from a hard day's graft, children running around the edges of this big communal table set outside the prayer house, we center in on one man. And Yorkie, please describe your character.
So my character is an older human gentleman, very much past his best years. He's got long grey hair loosely tied behind his head and a long grey beard to match. Quite stocky. He's about 6'2". So he's a bigger gentleman. Not quite ripped like everyone. Well, everyone's so used to me playing Valen in campaign 1 where he was a sex god. No, this man is very much at the end of a hard day's work, he looks like he likes to put his feet up and take it easy. You can see the aging and the weathering behind his eyes. There's bags under his eyes, wrinkled skin that's tarnished from the sun, calluses on his hands, wearing grey robes, which if you look carefully as the grey robes shift, you can notice some hints of armor beneath it.
Okay. And your character's name, please.
He is called Father Vincent Moreau.
Wonderful. And so, in and amongst these many offerings and honourings to the gods, there are some given to Father Vincent, as the man who oversees their prayer house and helps those who need it. And we descend into this scene of conviviality. People breaking bread, having a meal with each other. It's all very communal. A lot of the times in Old Borough, because it's such a small little hamlet, I think there's maybe about 50 people here total. There's an even split of people who work the fields and the crops, and those who work the mine. And so at the end of the day, rather than everyone going back to their separate homes, a lot of the time they will come together of an evening, bread, meat, cheese, ale, and eat together. So it's a big community affair. Father Vincent, how long have you been ministering here?
A while. I think it's got to a point now where the days have blurred into months and the months have blurred into years. He doesn't remember life before it. That could be down to his age. We don't know yet. But this is life as he knows it. This is the daily grind for him.
And as everyone is chatting and unwinding from their day, one of the farmers comes up to you. It's a small, stocky, dwarven man with a russet beard and a balding pate, who you know as Gavine.
Yep.
And he just comes up and goes, I'm sorry to bother you, father, but you have a minute.
Of course, my lad. What can I do for you?
Well, you see, my wife Mairead, she's fallen ill. I don't know with what. I've never seen anything like it before, but you know she had the bellows breath a while back.
She did, yes.
I don't know if something to do with that, but her skin is turned deathly pale, and she's got these blackish green veins coming up, almost like pushing through. I've not seen anything like it.
Would Father Vincent, I'm thinking, because obviously he does have his collective healing spells on him. In the first instance, would he know of any sort of home remedies that could potentially be used?
Roll me a medicine check.
Of course.
15 will give you something, 20 will give you more, 25 will give you everything.
That is a 14 plus 8 for 24.
Aha. 22.
Yes. Maths
We
is
can
hard.
do maths.
That was what the nat 20 were for. It just made me dyscalculate.
Yeah.
22,
I'm so glad I hadn't
yes.
drunk at that point. 22.
So both having a drink at the same time, so we're safe.
So it's not something that immediately becomes apparent to you what this could be. It's a very odd pair of distinct symptoms that don't seem to tally with anything you know. Like, it's not dragon's lung, it's not any sort of magical ailment that you are aware of. You think maybe the most you could do with a home remedy is brew something that could alleviate pain or ease swelling or maybe give her some color back, but not necessarily know of a cure.
Okay. In that case, it would... Sorry, you go.
Yeah, a distillation of, say, dream willow sap or dream willow bark, and it's used often as a hallucinogenic as well as a painkiller and sedative. It's very potent, but a little bit of that could go a long way to easing her pain if she is in any.
Is that sort of stuff to make that, is that local to the area? Is that something as healer and cleric that I would have.
It's a more uncommon ingredient, but yeah, we can say you would have. First roll of the campaign. Yeah, so it's a little D4. So 2 doses of it that you could use to help alleviate what she's feeling, potentially.
In that case, what Father Vincent will probably do is he will probably hand one of them over. Like, give this to our lad. It won't get rid of the pain, but it should ease it. I'll be over later to take a look at her.
Okay. And he just goes, oh, bless you, Father, bless you. And he will leave the meal and head back to his little cottage.
Yeah.
And so the evening wears on. There is people coming and going. All of them, each one, as they leave, will kind of turn to you and bow their head respectfully and bid you goodbye and good night. Until there is just the table and the scraps for the birds.
I reckon at that point, would be when, once everyone else has gone, would be where Father Vincent finally makes his leave and sort of leaves the venue to go and check in on, what did you say the guy's name was, sorry?
Gavine.
On Gavine's wife.
And you head across and roll a perception.
Perception? That is a 12 plus 5 for 17.
That's fine. As you head up to it, you do notice that, considering Gavine came up to you and stated that his wife was ill, was deathly pale, there is no light in that house. No hearth running, no candles lit.
Ooh.
There is just darkness inside.
Yeah. I would probably knock first.
Knock first? Okay.
Knock first, definitely.
You knock first, and the door opens just a crack, and you see Gavine says, "Oh, Father, thank you for coming. I gave her the medicine as you said, but it doesn't seem to have worked much."
Well, I'm here now. Let me take a look at her.
And he opens the door, lets you in.
Yeah.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, great. We love these. I think wisdom is a good one for me. Okay.
It is a DC of 18.
Well, I've got 19 plus 9.
Oh! Nice.
So I think I did all right there.
You immediately, almost the moment you step foot over the threshold and you hear the door just click behind you, you just feel this paralytic magic just kind of creep up and around your form, but you break free of it as you've noticed that a whole person spell was just cast on you.
Okay, interesting. And is that from...
It was.
What an asshole. I thought we were pals. At that point, I would probably turn and look at him like, "What are you doing, boy?"
And he just looks a lot more poised. Now, you're used to seeing Gavine around town, and he's lumbering and a bit kind of portly and has a little bit of a limp because he got hit by a horse at some point. This is not the man you have come to know.
I love that for me.
This is someone poised, nimble on their feet, and you notice now he has a long bladed dagger held in a reverse grip.
Okay.
And he just looks at you and goes, "Been a long time, Scout."
Now that's not a name I've heard in a while. What you
Nah,
want?
it wouldn't be, would it? And you seem like kind of dig the knife into the back of his arm and just kind of flick across, almost like he's cutting something open.
Yeah.
And as he does, you notice almost like wallpaper peeling off a wall, just the disguise of this man coming away from the skin beneath as it drops off of him, and underneath is a man you recognize.
Yeah.
He is a halfling
Yep.
with a black mohawk, black earring, eyebrow piercing,
Yep.
and he is covered in tattoos of aboleths and dragon turtles.
Okay.
This man is called, or at least you know him, as Butcher.
Okay. I love this for me.
Last time I saw you, you were busy crying over a corpse.
Last time I saw you, you were doing what you were taught like a good little boy.
Yeah. Funny how things change, isn't it?
Looking at his position while we're having this conversation, does he look like he's there to hurt me? Like, can I see if he's like poised to strike?
Roll an insight.
It's another one of my good ones. That is a natural 20 for 28.
Nice. Not unless you try and run. He's positioned himself by the door with that knife in his grip, which you've seen him work with those knives before. He's very good with them.
Yes. I reckon at that point then I'd sort of, I reckon Father Vincent, you'd see his hand sort of go under his cloak slowly. Watching the hands as he does it to make sure he's not going to go for him, and he's going to pull out a hip flask and he's going to take a drink to calm his nerves.
The moment you like reach in, you see the knife kind of like flip round, so he's got it forward just in case. But then he does flip it back when he sees you pull out the hip flask.
So out of curiosity, lad, the people that were staying in this home, what became of them?
Well, they don't call me Butcher for nothing.
They were good people.
Yeah, they might well have been. Being good ain't no protection against people like me, is it?
So I'm assuming this isn't a social call.
Well, not unless you consider coming back into the fold.
I'm going to have to politely decline. It's all the same to you.
Yeah, I thought you might. This is your problem. You think you're too good for us.
There's a difference between thinking I'm too good for something and thinking I'm not cut out for it.
Is that why you stayed here after last time?
Like I said, it's good people here, good company. Keeps me hard working.
Good people. So why are you here?
I'm hoping for forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
You don't know unless you try, lad.
There ain't no god nor devil that'll give you forgiveness for what we've done.
I think you'll find it's for what you did.
Last I remember, you were the one with your knife in someone's gut. Not me. I'll go for the throat.
You know me better than anyone. You surely got to know that that wasn't on purpose.
On purpose or not. Just it happened.
I can still ask for forgiveness. All you have to do is try.
Yeah. I'm going to the hells anyway. Why should I ask for forgiveness? Might as well make the trip worthwhile.
Well, hopefully I don't see you there.
Well, you just might.
I might. But not for lack of trying.
See, I'm doing you a favour. The lads are coming through in 3 days' time.
Why would you warn me? That's not like you.
Maybe I'm going soft.
That'd be a rare occasion.
But it ain't just the usual lads. Boss man himself's coming this time. Brother Vincent, you know that the man he speaks of is a man who you only knew as Gutshot.
Mm-hmm.
Called so because he is a Goliath with a arcane prosthetic arm. And he earned his name because whenever he took someone out, he would punch a hole in his foe's gut and just leave them to bleed out.
Yeah. This isn't gonna be good for me. I reckon there would be a visible reaction at hearing is gonna be there. Like you would see it on Vincent's face. 100%.
Just double check, what was your perception check when you were coming up to the house?
When I was coming up to the house, it was... Did I do a perception coming up to the house?
Yeah, to see the lights. I think it was in the 20s, wasn't it?
It was in the 20s, yeah. I thought I did a perception or an insight to check. Oh no, you did do a perception. I can't fucking remember.
You're right, yeah, you incited him, but you didn't receive the card.
Yeah.
That's right. With the high perception you did then, I would say you do notice, now you're in here, there are faint blood stains still on the floor. And there is a distinct smell of rotting corpses.
So they've been dead a while.
They've been dead long enough for putrefaction to take place, let's put it that way. And you also notice on a little side table, there is a scroll. The seal is broken, but the seal is a dragon's head pierced with a sword. And that is a symbol used by the raider crew of the Steel Drake, which is a smuggling ship whose crew you used to be part of.
Yeah, a while ago, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, clearly, this is... Butcher has been in disguise here a while.
Yep. So I have to ask, have you killed anyone else that I'm going to find, or is this your lot?
Nah, just who I needed to.
I mean, you didn't need to kill these people. You could just come and saw me.
Well, here's the thing. I now do your job. So I go, I pick my target, and I'll go and scout around. Nice mining operation you got here.
Thank you. It's not mine, but it's honest work.
We want the mine. Not shit, we want the mine.
So you wouldn't be opposed to me telling the people to get out of here then?
Well, here's the thing. Don't send that good of a message if the boss can't send it in blood. Now I'm giving
Sorry,
you
the
the
cats
chance.
the cats are getting ready to fight each other. I do apologize.
That's all right.
Carry on.
Now, I can't be the one to let an entire village go. But I'm giving you the chance to get out of that dodge so he doesn't make an example of you. For old time's sake.
So you're telling me I need to leave all these people to die?
It's either you leave or you die. Because the boss still hadn't forgotten you abandoning us.
Let's clarify. Technically, I didn't abandon you. You all left me there.
You could have come found us, but you didn't.
You have to understand the position I was in. I couldn't just leave.
Sounds like excuses to me.
Right. So I've got 3 days.
3 days.
And you're not gonna stab me in the back if I try and leave.
Only if you try and pull any funny business.
In that case, if you'd be so kind as to get out of my way. I need some time to mull this over.
Of course. And he'll just before he steps out the door, he just pull out a small coin purse and just jingle it in front. He's like, got enough gold here for you to make it a thorn river. Offer's good. So for 2 more days. On the 3rd, it'll be too late.
I reckon knowing his options and knowing even one-on-one, he's outmatched. Like, he's gonna mull it over, but ultimately he's already made his choice. He knows that this is the only thing he can do. So I reckon as it's sort of being held out and he's walking towards the door, he's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna give Butcher a really dirty side eye and begrudgingly take the pouch silently as he walks out.
And he'll just pat you on the arm as far as he can reach, because he's only a halfling. Good man.
Yeah,
by the way,
I'm not even gonna look back.
as before you head off, he just goes, by the way, that whole bit about padded skin and greenish black veins, that wasn't a lie.
At that point, he would probably stop and sort of glance over his shoulder, not looking at him, but just as if he's turning his ear to listen, before just sort of shaking his head out of it and just keep walking.
Well, he just turns around, and the last thing you see him do is kind of swipe a thumb over his arm, and he just morphs back. Almost like that act of unpeeling wallpaper is almost like it reforms on him in the same way.
Yeah.
Into the form of Gavine.
Okay.
So do you head back to the prayer house?
Probably. It'd probably take a moment to sort of walk to the edge of town on the way back, just to sort of look out on the horizon, knowing that he has to leave. Just sort of, I don't even know what the word is, but not so much mulling over the options, but sort of mulling over what could have been if they'd have not shown up, and the fact that he did kind of make an okay life for himself there. And then yeah, he'd head back to the prayer house.
Okay. You head back, and the communal table is currently being cleared by a young Earth Genasi who works under you as like an acolyte who deals with dead bodies and deals with kind of funereal rites when needed.
Yeah.
Their name is Ratner. They have kind of burnished chalcedony red skin and hair like burned iron,
Yeah.
and just very plain grey robes, and have an amulet dedicated to Malfurion, the goddess of death.
Yeah.
And they look up at you and just go, "Oh, Father Vincent, good to see you.
And you too, lad.
I was just clearing out the place and clearing the table down, ready to give the scraps to the birds. Do you need anything?"
No, lad, let me deal with that for you. You get yourself home. It's late.
You sure?
Of course. It's been a busy day.
Okay. Can I ask you to roll persuasion or deception, your choice?
Ooh, let me have a look at what's better.
Okay, it's a 17 on his insight.
That is a 16 plus 5. It's 5 for both of them, so I'll take either.
So I'll just kind of look at you almost like, because you're used to him just doing this and kind of let him get along with it, and they are just kind of a little bit taken aback because it's a break in the usual routine, and that has often been a case of if there's a break in the usual routine, it has some sort of significant meaning.
Yeah.
So he's just almost like looking for a reason on your face as to why the routine has changed.
Okay, but why?
Yeah.
I know that all too well, being autistic.
Yeah, that's about to say. I'm not autistic at all. This is not a self-insert of things I do in my life. But yeah, so you, he kind of does check. I keep checking, almost like he knows there's something wrong, but he can't quite figure out what before he does eventually give up and bids you good night and heads off to his home.
Yeah. And then I will continue finishing the job that they started. I imagine in his head, sort of what's going on is it gives him some sort of purpose to stop dwelling on the conversation he's just had.
Yeah. It is kind of that last hour, like with the vestige of light at dusk. So the sky is glazed with pink and mauve and lavender and deep midnight purple already.
Yeah.
As that veil of night is being pulled across the sky. You look out on Old Burrow and you see chimneys smoking, lights, warmth, and cheer coming from each and every hut, cabin, cottage. What a joy it could have been for this to have been your life. And yet, fate changes on a whim.
Yeah.
So, once you clear everything, and I just like around the back of the prayer house, there's almost like a long kind of like wooden or stone tray that you often like chuck scraps of food in, and birds kind of come down because there's gulls, there's swallows, there's ravens and crows and pigeons and all sorts of messenger birds that come in and out that would probably stop, peck at the scraps before carrying on their journey.
Yeah.
And you hear... What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 15.
15. Okay, yeah, that'd be enough. I'm just curious, like, things you would usually hear in wilderness rather than having to, like, training to specifically listen to what you want to.
Yeah.
You hear a raven-like cry, but almost like a couple of octaves lower than it should be.
Yeah.
And if you turn to the sky, there is a dire raven flying north. that just seems to circle over the prayer house briefly before carrying on its journey. Roll me a history, if you wish.
That is an 11 with no modifier.
11, okay. That's enough to know that dire ravens are often considered an ill omen. Ravens, not so much. They are often seen as omens of wisdom.
Yep.
And of sages. Dire ravens are worse. Dire ravens are much bigger. They're almost the size of like a giant eagle. They're that sort of big. And oftentimes is a herald of disaster. Or at least that's what small folk believe. But 11, yeah, I'll give it to you on 11. Because you've been around this world long enough, you know that the other side of the Emadam Forest, which is maybe a day or two's journey to the east of Aldborough.
Yep.
On the other side of it is a town called Raven's Rock, where it was founded.
Out of character, I am well too familiar.
Yeah,
I am also familiar with the forest.
Yeah, it was founded because they were a bunch of lost adventurers and travelers in the forest, and a dire raven supposedly led them out of it and perched on a rock that just happened to be made out of Ethereum.
Yeah.
And the rest it was started as a wide spot in the road and grew into the town it became. So whilst it is a herald of disaster, it doesn't necessarily mean there is going to be a disaster. Sometimes it could mean it's leading you out of them.
Yeah.
And the fact it's flying north towards Thorn River isn't lost on you.
Yeah.
What do you do now that the meal is over and everything has been cleared?
My room will be in this building, correct?
Yes.
I think Vincent would head to his room.
Okay.
And pull out a box from under his bed.
Okay.
Knowing that he's gonna have to leave and go on the road, and the fact that his old group have found him, he's gonna open said box, and in said box is going to be a shield, a old weathered warhammer, and a pair of brass knuckles on which are engraved the words "confess and repent." And he's going. So you go.
No, up to you.
So he's going to fasten the warhammer to his belt, making sure it sits underneath his robe so no one can really see it.
Yeah.
The brass knuckles, I kind of feel like they're shaped in a way that he could sort of wear them just like a full set of rings if he really wanted to, so he could get away with just wearing them without having to store them anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's going to throw the shield over his back. And he's going to head to the front door of the building.
As you do that, roll me would it be a roll perception check? Could you get it off your passive perception? 15, I'll give it off passive perception.
Okay.
Because you would have become accustomed to this. A noise of banging against a door deep within the prayer house. The sound of chains rattling against stone. And an angered, anguished groan.
Yeah.
Do you still leave, knowing that he's awake?
I feel like Father Vincent would sort of stop in the doorway, sort of weighing whether to stay or go. thinking, you've got to let me know, should I stay or should I go? So I couldn't help myself. He would stand in the doorway, sort of weighing up if he should just leave it before sort of looking up on the horizon. And he's going to just say to himself, one last thing. And then he's going to turn around and head towards the door to the undercroft of the building.
Mm-hmm. So you go back kind of through your rooms, and there's another door that leads out and then kind of down a set of stairs towards the crypt.
Yeah.
It's only small. It's only ever needed to be small. Because a lot of people will kind of deal with their dead in their own way. Some people prefer a funeral pyre. Some would prefer them returned to the earth that they have worked, whereas others prefer a more traditional burial, which why the crypt is here. And as you approach the door, the banging gets louder.
I'm just seeing if there's anything I can cast in preparation. Because I know what's behind door number 1. I think that just... I reckon he would cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Okay.
So how it would look for him is he's going to sort of put his hand on his chest. And it's almost like a ripple of... not quite shadow, more like shade. It's going to ripple over his form. As he reaches for the handle of the door.
Before we get into this,
Mm-hmm.
can I get you to make me another luck check? 10 and below is bad.
Is that 13 or 15? 13.
Okay, cool, that's fine. Do you reach for the handle of the door? Do you open it?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
DC 16.
Oh, 16 on the die. Plus 3.
Nice. So I'll say you dodge this as you see one of the chains that was holding him down fling out, try and grab you, and you notice that it is now wrapped in decaying flesh with bits of bone threaded through it.
Yeah.
Something has happened to this as you open the door. The chain comes flying past, also just like kind of past your ear. As Father Vincent stares back at you.
Yep.
But changed. The beard is yellowed and curled. The hair is thinned. The skin grey and pulling tight to the shape of his skull. Maggots and all sorts of viscera are beginning to drop and drip as they peel and burrow out of what is left of his flesh.
Yep.
Bits of bone showing through the arm. But behind his eyes is life, or at least a perversion of it. Something happened to him that means he cannot die. Or at least, not yet. And he just looks at you and goes, I have had enough of this. Yorkie,
Yes.
for the first time in Season 2, roll for initiative.
Oh, I've missed this. Oh, fuck, it's a nat one.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's a 3.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, shit, throw my dice everywhere.
I'm
And that's
actually
not
crying.
much better.
I'm actually crying.
So,
Oh
So the real article actually got a 4 on the dice for a 6.
Oh, I was so cocksure going into that.
So he's gonna
Welcome
get
to
first.
Heroes and Hijinks campaign 2, everyone.
We're back. We are so back. Okay, so first 2 attacks.
Yep.
That is 9 plus things, 16.
Nope.
9 plus things does not on a 16. 12 plus things is 19 to hit.
Nope.
Wow, you're a tanky boy.
I've got a 20 AC and I just cast Shield of Faith for 22.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how tanky you were when we were doing the Session Zero stuff. Holy crap.
I fucking love this character.
Okay, so you just see like these chains just lash out. There's some manacles to his hand where you've had him bound down.
Mm-hmm.
But it just lashes out with them, and they look like they've been transmuted by some sort of necromancy to almost become part of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, they both come out, they're just bouncing. I can imagine almost like you said with like the shade of your Shield of Faith. I can just picture it kind of almost coalescing into like opaque darkness to block things.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah. So that is attacks. He can also make you do a wisdom saving throw on his turn.
Of course.
It's a DC 16.
That is a 9 plus 9, 18.
Damn!
Mm-hmm. Battle Cleric, baby.
So his Deadly Wail is only going to do half damage. So that's 14 psychic damage, half to 7.
7.
As he just howls, and I'll point out, it is loud.
Yeah, no one's sleeping tonight. I reckon being hit, like, my character knows he's done wrong. He feels the guilt, so he's probably going to have a look of sadness in his face. And as he looks at this decayed version of himself looking back at him, and he's going to look at them and say, "Forgive me." And he's going to cast, where's it gone? I had it a second ago. He's going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 3. Which is...
Okay, so you are in melee with him.
Oh, right,
So-
sorry.
Yeah, these chains, like, he has got a range on these chains. It is 10 feet, but he is up in your business.
Okay.
Because you just opened the door and he was the other side of it.
Right, I thought... So I pictured it having, like, a range to the chain. So I was almost thinking, like, making them, like, whips with the little blades on the end of them. So, like... Almost like Kratos
like,
with his, like, blades on this on the chains.
Or like a meteor hammer.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of, yeah. That's what I was thinking. So I didn't realize he was so close. In that case, sorry, I will do. Ah, the sad thing about being a cleric, I don't get second attack. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna do just. I'm gonna sort of. Oh, actually. Oh, but he's dead, so inflict wounds is gonna be shit. Do I have any touch spells? Guidance ain't gonna help. Question: if someone's dead and you use Cure Wounds on it, does it have the opposite effect, like using a healing potion on a skeleton in Minecraft?
Unfortunately, no.
It should.
But
I didn't think it did, but it has.
I would also say you probably don't heal them unless you have something that says you can heal undead.
Fair. What does this one do?
So I suppose there is an argument to be made that if you have raised undead, they are technically constructs, so you could technically cast Mending on them to heal them, I suppose.
That's a good shout. Question, because he's up in my face, I'm looking at Spirit Guardians. That says it sets him at a distance of 15 feet, so I'm assuming he'd be too close to me to get hit by them.
Oh, no. So Spirit Guardians, it doesn't kind of just go in that one loop at 15 feet. It covers that radius centered on you. So anything within 15 feet of you would be affected by it.
The only issue is that's concentration, so I'll lose 2 AC. Ah, fuck it. I'm going to do Spirit Guardians at level 3, so that is a wisdom saving throw of 16, please.
16, which actually is technically entering. Oh yeah, that is 20.
So that coming.
Half damage.
Is it half? I'm just checking. On a fail save creature, yeah. I don't know if it says. Oh yeah, on a successful save, they take half as much. So that is. So that says on here, if I am good or neutral, it's radiant. If I am evil, it's necrotic. Would you class my deeds as giving me radiant?
I will be honest, I very much ignore that part of the spell, and it is your choice upon casting whether it is radiant or necrotic.
Awesome, because radiant was what I was wanting. So it's 3d8 and then halved. 1 second. It's 1d8.
Just as an aside to the audience, I don't particularly like when things like that in D&D kind of are chosen for you. I think it should always be given to the player to have agency over what they do. Otherwise, what's the point in having the spell?
So that's 17 halved.
17 halved to... Is it rounded up or rounded down? I think it's rounded down, isn't it?
I think it's rounded down.
Yeah, rounded down, so 8.
And then I'm still learning clerics. What can I do as a bonus action? Let's have a look.
Usually it is Shield of Faith and Healing Word.
Can I, as a bonus action, cast Detect Weakness, please?
I forgot you had that. Yes, you can.
Perfect.
And that is... Here we go. We're getting into it. It's not...
Actually, scrap that, because then I lose my concentration on thingy. So I will just leave my... Because it's a concentration spell. So scrap that. I will just keep my Spirit Guardians up, and I will end my turn there.
Okay, I was about to say, well, welcome to my homebrew world with its homebrew spells. Of which Detect Weakness is one. Okay, that is the end of your turn. Brilliant. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Incredible. We'll go back to the real Father Vincent.
Well, I'm not. I might be the real one. You never know.
No, he's the real Father Vincent, not you other Father Vincents, but I'm not going to get into that, otherwise we'll be here all day.
We're twins.
We're twinning. Okay, so your AC's been dropped by 2, yeah? So it's now 20, so
20.
He needs to roll a 13 or above to hit you.
Which is easily going to do.
Oh, baby, does he ever? That's a 16 and a 19 on the dice. So that is a 23 and a 26 to hit.
Both hit.
Okay. So that is 2d10 twice. So that is... It's not great on the first ones. That's 2 plus 4, 6 bludgeoning and 3 necrotic.
So 9 total.
And then on the second attack, that's a little better. That is 5 plus 4, 9 bludgeoning and 4 necrotic.
So 13. I said, when you said better, I was like, better for you or better for me?
Yeah. And I need to roll so he does not recharge the deadly whale.
Okay.
Okay. The howling has woken someone up.
Oh, great.
They will be here in the next round.
Shit. Question. When I cast that spell, it entered it for the first time, right? And then
and then he needs to make the check on his turn as well.
Yeah, because it's at the start of their turns, yeah.
That is 18.
So it's halved again. So 1 second. 3d8 again. Might as well just keep this third d8 out now. Oh, that's 2 8s and a 7. Oh, so that's 16 plus 23 halved.
So 11.
11, yeah. So 11 radiant there. And
Okay.
then... Okay, so that's woken somebody up, so I'm now fighting the clock too.
Yeah, I rolled a d4 to see how many rounds it'd take for them to arrive, and it's literally rolled 1, so it'll be on the next round.
Love that. I love that for me. Now, what can I do in terms of... Because I thought... Ooh. I'm just reading something.
Yeah.
So that's there. How do I use this now? I'm just trying to find something that I've never... As an action you put...
Are you reading your channel divinity?
I am. I would like to use my... What challenge rating is this? Do I get to know, or do I not know until I try it and find out?
It's that specific channel divinity, you would have to try it and find out.
What do you mean by it is... Oh, that must spend its turn trying to move away from you.
Yeah.
I am going to try that.
Okay.
If I may, I'm going to try that. That's a wisdom saving throw, DC 16. Which I know his wisdom's probably going to be good too, but I'm going to try it.
That's a 16 on the dice.
Ah! It was worth a try. In that case...
I'll tell you what, like, I'm assuming that was the turn undead, yeah?
Yes.
What does it look like when you do channel divinity?
Well, it says present your holy symbol. Now, my character doesn't really wear his holy symbol. However, what he would probably do is he would probably draw it with his finger, sort of in the air, and it would like sort of leave that same sort of shade in the air as he draws it. And then as he sort of puts his hand against it, the best way I can describe it is, you ever seen the first Harry Potter movie where it's sort of like that shadow of Voldemort sort of comes up at Harry, but it gets kind of bigger as it does and passes through him? Sort of tries to knock him back a bit. A bit like that.
I'm picturing almost like in Supernatural when a demon enters someone.
Yes, exactly, yeah. It's kind of like that. And as it does, it sort of leaves behind sort of the smell of like embers and sulfur.
Ooh,
Just
like
lightly lingering on the air. And
so
then... So you go?
Yeah, so you go for the shadow divinity, you draw the sigil in the air, you present it, and it burns its way towards him. And it also adds this kind of like shadow of ember and sulfur just kind of presses against his chest. It just seems to dissipate and almost rolls down the chains and kind of combines with them.
Yeah. And that uses up the charge even if it fails, doesn't it? I'm assuming.
Yes, but
like a
your
spell.
level, I think at your level you get 2.
I get 2, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then bonus action. Do I not have any healing spells? Why the fuck did I build my character like this?
Well done, you've got a cleric and you didn't take any healing.
No, I do. I do have healing. Why is it not showing up in my bonus actions? What the fuck? That was really confusing. Oh, there we go. Spells. Duh. I'm going to use healing word on myself, please, if I can.
Yep.
I'm just checking. These should be legacy versions as well, I think. So I'm right in thinking at 3rd level it should be 3d4, yeah?
Yes.
1d4 per level. Yeah, these are the legacy versions. Oh, it says legacy right fucking there. Of course it does. Okay, so I'm going to cast that at 3rd level as well, just to get some of my health back, because I've taken a bit. And that is 4, another 4, 8, and a 2, 10. Bang on 10, plus plus 5, so 15 healing.
Nice.
Yeah, it brings back up to 52. I'll take it. And that will be the end of my turn again.
Okay. It's back round to the top of the speed round where someone arrives.
Yep.
And they somehow managed to roll lower than you on the initiative. So yeah, back to Father Vincent.
Yep. Okay. No, it'll be the... Oh yeah, there's 2 Father Vincents. It's getting very fucking confusing.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, I've had my go.
So that is the 5 will not matter, that won't hit, but a 17 on the dice will, because that'll be a 24.
That hits.
Woo-hoo, baby. That is 6 plus 4 is 10 bludgeoning,
Yep.
and 3 necrotic.
Just 13.
Does he recharge? He
Good
does
by all,
recharge. We can use it
good
on
by all the
next turn.
healing I just used. That was
Yep.
great for me.
Take it out. Yeah, he is also going to take an attack of opportunity.
Wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
Oh yeah, there's some saving throw. 17 on the dice.
So half damage again. I need to keep remembering that does its thing. Oh, that's the point. It's concentration. Should I have been rolling anything to make sure I keep my concentration when I've been hit?
Shit! Yes, you should have done.
What should I have rolled? I will roll that before I do this, just to see if it's still up.
We'll do it on this one, so it'll be a concentration check. It's 13 damage. So I can't remember what that makes the DC. I can never remember with this. Quick little ad break whilst we do some double checking.
Yeah, because I've never really played someone who uses concentration spells, so it's something I completely forgot.
In fairness, I should have remembered. I'm a terrible DM.
Hey, at least we're remembered now.
It's just DC. DC equals 10, or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher. So 10.
Okay, so, and that's a Constitution, yeah?
Yes.
That's 10 on the die, plus 4.
Lovely.
We like
Okay,
that.
so it stays up.
Thank God. All right, so now I roll my 3d8, which
Yes.
is an 8, a 6, and a 4. So that's 10, 18, half, 9.
Okay, brilliant. So he is actually going to take a move away from you. He's going to... It's difficult terrain in the 15 feet around you.
Yep. But do I get opportunity?
You will, because he's going to move right to the edge of it on the other side of you. He has 40 foot of movement. So he could just about get out of it, but he's going to move to you.
Yep.
And he's going to try and get away because he wants to escape.
Yep.
His goal isn't necessarily to fight you, it is to get out.
Okay.
So he will take the attack of opportunity.
Okay, so I'm going to use my... I have a question.
Yes?
Where's the spell gone? So I know exactly what spell I'm saying. Ignore me. I was thinking Sacred Flame, even though it's radiant. Does that still class as like fire? Can that ignite things?
I
Because
would
obviously
say...
it's flame, but it's not fire. So I want to. That's fine. I did wonder because obviously it said flame, but it's not fire. So I was like, I'll ask anyway. I don't think it does, but that's absolutely fine. So I will just in that case hit with my warhammer as he tries to run away.
Okay.
So that is, where's my d20 gone? It's there. That is a 16, 17, 18, 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Bitch ain't got better armor than me. And obviously I've got my shield in one hand, so it'll be a one-handed strike. So that's a d8 again. Full 8 on the die, love that. So 8 plus 3, 11 damage with that.
11 damage, lovely.
Yeah. So that's bludgeoning, I believe, with a warhammer. Yeah.
It is, yeah. But yeah, that was his turn. It is now your turn.
Well, now he's at range, I'm going to go with my original plan. I have one third level spell slot left, thank God. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at third level.
Ooh,
so
that's 66 on a hit.
That is. Does a natural 20 hit?
Oh, we love to see it. So that is. So I also now get to explain how I do crits.
You do.
I do my crits a little differently to most people. I think most people either do doubles or a Perkins crit, which is max, then roll everything again. I do max damage, and then you roll one extra damage dice.
Yeah.
So you get your maximum on 36 radiant damage, and then you add an extra bit on top. Yeah.
So 36, and then another d6, which is another full 6 on the fucking die.
42
radiant
of damage. That is incredible. This guiding bolt. Actually, why am I going to describe it? It's your character. You describe it.
I would say he's sort of gonna pull his hand back as it disappears into the same sort of shade you've seen on another spell. Almost like he's reaching into some sort of pocket behind him that's not attached to him. And as he does, you're gonna sort of see the same sort of embers and the smell of like acrid sulfur as the sort of tips of his fingers start turning black. And then as he throws his hand forwards, it's almost going to ignite like pitch as it leaves his fingers and just shoots straight towards him.
I love this very wholesome Mantha cloth and all this shadowy burning magic. It's great.
I love making interesting characters. You know this.
And just this bolt fires. I can imagine like rather than like the glowy golden that you usually get from guiding bolt and things like that, it's just like that. Almost like I picture it almost like a pyroclastic flow from a volcano.
Yeah.
Just like igniting bits of red through this just stream of black and grey.
Yeah.
And it hits, and it almost like punches through. Part of just like damn near where his heart would be. Just punches directly underneath and just burns a hole through it. Anything else for your go?
I think I would probably take the moment after doing that to look at this other person that's just entered the room and be like, I'm so terribly sorry. I will explain everything about this after we've dealt with the problem.
It's Ratton, your young acolyte.
Yep, had a feeling.
Just appears in the doorway and just sees you fire a bolt at what looks like this undead, warped abomination wearing the face of Father Vincent. And they scream. They scream.
I think that is a fair response.
They just look at this thing coming towards them. The chains just almost seem to like peel out of what remains of the skin on his wrists. The heavy black iron of the cuffs around his ankles as well. Chain around his midsection from where he's been someone has tried to keep him tied down. and you just hear him as he's lumbering towards Ratner, just going, "Thief! Murderer!" Gonna make a quick wisdom saving check. That's fine. Just like you can see it in their face. They are terrified.
Which I think is reasonable.
Like they've got these bright coppery eyes, and they are just blown wide with terror.
Yeah.
But you just see them just kind of like, almost in self-defense, just kind of like throw their hands up, and as they do, you just see glimmers of jewel and stone emerge up their hands as it just turns into fine particles of dust, and just in the last glimpse of candlelight ignites and falls upon Father Vincent as they go for Sacred Flame.
Yep.
He actually fails the saving throw.
Oh, of course he fails it when it's not me doing cool shit.
And that is 5 points of damage. As they scream and go, "Ah!" and just
so, like,
throw their hands
panic
up.
cast.
Yeah. That is background to Father Vincent, and he's just been hit with 2 points of radiant damage, one in the front, one in the back. He's too far away from you to hit. Ratner's very much in his way.
Oh no.
And he's just going to and lash out with the chains. And he does have that deadly whale back at it as well.
I can't even do anything to help. Kid's dead.
Well, yeah, it wasn't at you, but the 14 plus things would hit, but one of those is a natural 20, which is 20 points of damage. I'll do the extra roll for it. It's an extra 9 plus the other hit. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's another fucking 14 and 2 necrotic. You just watch Rat as it kind of throws their hands up, like to do that Sacred Flame, and then it hits Father Vincent, and just in this rage that this abomination's in, you just see both chains come up simultaneously and just rip down through the air, and you can almost hear, as air moves through the links in the chains, it's almost like an Aztec death whistle. As it just screeches down towards Ratner, and you hear the impact. At the same time as you hear of a neck snapping.
Yeah.
And you just watch Ratner just fall dead.
Yeah, saw that coming.
It's just like, you're introducing an NPC. I know, my dice just want to kill it.
Hey, he got a decent hit out before he died. Well played.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, it's now your turn. After just seeing Ratner get his neck snapped by Father Vincent's chains.
I think you say it's difficult terrain between me and them, yeah?
It was only difficult terrain for him when he was passing you because of Spirit Guardians.
Okay. How far away is he now?
He literally just got out of the other side of the 15 feet, so he's 20 feet away from you.
I am gonna walk, so I'm not within melee range, but he is within the 15 feet again. So please may I have a wisdom saving throw of 16.
He got past this, that's a natural 20.
So what does that mean? Is that still just classed as a normal fail, or does that mean it takes no damage? Or
that's still a 20 to save, so
fair. I know some people play it where if they get a crit success on it, they don't take any damage. So I just want to double check. Okay, so 3d8 for a 2 7s, 14, and a 1. So that's 15 halved 7.
Father Vincent,
Yes.
please describe your takedown of this abomination.
I would say, just for flavour purposes, I'm also going to throw a Misty Step in there to move up close to him.
Okay.
So you're going to sort of see Father Vincent lean on like a back step before like sort of leaning forward, and he sort of disappears it's almost like a blink and you'll miss it kind of poof, leaving behind some sort of like wisp, almost like the best way I can describe what it leaves behind is a bit like, do you know when there's like a fire and you can sort of see some of the smoke from a distance in the air, like on the air, like when it's sort of it's around it, it's like fog but not quite.
Yeah.
And as he does, he's going to just appear in this undead's face, basically, as all of the spirit guardians start hitting it. And as it does, he's going to put his hand on the undead's forehead and just shout, "Be at peace," as it just turns to ash in his hands.
There is just one last as you kind of see it burn through him, and just like the skin, almost like papery now, just catches like flash paper does.
Yeah.
And just the flame of it just peels it back until there's nothing but bone.
And then I am alone in a crypt.
I said, you were at the door. He moved past you out of the crypt.
Oh shit, he was in the corridor.
Like Ratner came running up, came to like you have to go like through your chambers to kind of get to where the undercroft is. So he'd like come round through the church and was like, "What the fuck's happening?" And then was immediately confronted by the undead. So you are alone with the body of Father Vincent.
Well,
and now Ratner.
There's not really a body left, is there?
Well, not anymore, but
I'll turn that dude to dust. Can I, and this is going to sound dodge, but bear with me. Can I see what Ratner has on him? Can I sort of loot his body?
he doesn't have much. They have their symbol to Malfurion. They have a prayer book. They have a dagger, and that is about it. They were very much just an acolyte.
Do I know in the temple that we're in, if there's any sort of ornate artifacts that may have diamonds in them? I imagine not, because I imagine it's pretty quaint, but you know, sometimes places of worship have these things.
Yeah, not here, no.
And
also, you did know his training was to be a grave cleric, so being brought back from death would not sit well with a grave cleric.
I have another question. Necrotic spells.
Yes.
Now, I've only really had experience with them through BG3.
Yes.
And I'm going to use that as a reference. Please, for this question, so please correct me if they took some liberties. Sometimes when you cast necrotic spells on something and it dies from a necrotic spell, it kind of turns into a husk and kind of falls apart. Is that how it works in D&D?
That is a bit of a creative liberty that they took. I quite like that creative liberty that they took, but strictly speaking, no. I kind of leave that up to other people. Of course, if it's something like a massively powerful spell, like Abadalson's Horrid Wilting, that quite literally in the spell description draws all the moisture out of a creature it affects.
Yeah. Because what I was thinking is with the body being dead, if I was to say cast Inflict Wounds on it, which is a necromantic spell, could I turn the body to nothing?
I'd say with that, no.
Okay. Are there any... I don't know what you'd call it. I know in, obviously, Egyptian, they call it a sarcophagus. What do we call them in, like, normal stuff?
I kind of just have always called them sarcophagi. Like,
are there any sarcophagi in this crypt?
There are tombs like that there, yes. They are all sealed. There are none that are currently open.
So there's nowhere I could stash this body. Realistically.
Make me a perception check.
That is a 17 for a total of 22.
You just hear. Bravo.
Have you been there the whole time? You could have at least lent a hand.
Whole time? Nah. You want to see what the fuss was? I told all the folks outside that I'd go in and I'd make sure the father was all right. But it appears you're not, does it?
In my defense, I didn't kill this one.
Didn't you?
Not directly, anyway.
He just like kind of just changes the voice back so he's not having to put one on. And just goes, right. Well, looks like you're in a bit of a pickle.
Well, you said yourself, if I'm still here when he gets here, it's going to make an example of me. Now, you can help me get rid of him, or I can go shout and tell everyone up there what's coming.
Tell you what. How about I'll do you one more solid. I'll take care of all this mess permanently. But you'll owe me a favour.
I'm not in the business of owing people favours.
Doesn't seem like you got much choice now, does it?
And there's definitely nowhere I can stash this body.
You could try and open one of the sarcophagi, but it would be a very high strength check to both open and then close it.
Could I try anyways and say I'm having this conversation whilst I'm trying to open one of the sarcophagi?
Yeah, so I would call it a DC 20.
Okay.
Because a lot of these have been sealed for a long time.
So 17 plus 3.
Nice.
I've just got to close the fucking now.
Yeah, exactly. You find that, like, this thing has been closed for years, but you do just manage to hear the stone give a little and a little until...
hold my breath as I open it so I don't breathe any shit in.
Oh, it stinks. Like, you're holding your breath so you don't inhale it, but, like, the smell just...
It's
goes
still
up.
very much there, yeah.
It's like, it doesn't even just go up your nose, it kind of, like, goes up your nose and then goes down, like, coats the back of your throat. It is a miasma of putrefaction and death.
Oh, don't worry, I've smelled that in real life. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it kind of, like, it gets... It's almost like cigarette smoke. It just seems to just get in everything.
Clings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the body in there is well decomposed.
I feel like a terrible human being. I'm gonna put the body in the sarcophagi. I'm gonna stuff it in there.
What, Rattler's body, yeah?
Yeah. The body of the old Father Vincent is gone. Like, that turned that shit to dust. I just need to get rid of this body. I've got an open sarcophagi. Shove it in there. I will break bones to make it fit if I need to.
I just pitch. I don't know if you've watched Castlevania.
I have.
The bit where Trevor is in the town and just like stuffing the bodies into the barrel.
Yeah, snapping legs so he can bend them better. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
And Butcher's there just looking, just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, do I make him fit? If you say no, I swear to fucking God.
I'm trying to think what you could possibly roll.
Sleight of hand. I hope not. It's only a +2.
I guess it's athletics because it's a forceful thing you're doing.
Oh, still not great. I'm an old man. Oh god, that's alright. It's a natural fucking 20 for 23.
It's like, it ain't a pleasant experience. Like, he's recently dead, so your blood is still a thing, and other bodily fluids that evacuate after death. But yeah, you do manage to cram him in there, and DC 20 to shut the fucking thing now as well.
Oh god, here we fucking go. And I've just rolled 2 highs, so naturally, can I use anything? Now it's out, can I use like my Warhammer to try and assist me for any sort of help? Oh, actually, fuck it, I've got a plan. I have a plan.
Okay, I was thinking guidance yourself.
I say that's what I was going to. Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah, you can guidance yourself.
Oh, thank fuck for that. It's an extra D4. Okay, so that is.
It's a 1.
It's not, but I need a 2 on the D4 for this to work. It's a 2, but it's sat on top of another dice. It perfectly hopped up. Please don't tell me that's classed as cocked.
I would class that as cocked if it's on another dice.
No, it's sitting straight up though. 1 second, I will. Where's my phone?
I would personally, I would say it has to be rolled in the tray for it to count.
It's in the tray, but
I'm going to be a mean teacher.
Like genuinely, let's just turn my fucking brightness down so it doesn't like blur, like make stuff look harder to see. Like I'm gonna show you how this fucking landed. Where is it? It's there. It has landed in the dice tray perfectly, with the 2 sat on top of another dice. Like it's straight. It is in the tray, but it's on another dice.
Fuck it. Why not? Sure.
Yes. Oh, perfect 20 again. Oh, God.
So you successfully hide Ratner's body.
And then I'm going to look at Butch and be like, fuck your favor.
Fine by me.
And I am going to head upstairs, knowing that these people are waiting to find out what happened, and hope none of them saw Ratner go downstairs. Can I leave my weapons in my room before I go out? Is that allowed, or are they in the room waiting?
No, you can leave it. Like, Butcher's done you a favor by saying he'll go check.
Yeah, perfect. That's why if I go out with all my weapons, people are gonna ask questions. So yeah, I will emerge from the building to, I imagine, a crowd of people waiting for an explanation on what they just heard.
There is about a dozen people looking concerned at the front.
Saw that coming. Not to worry, anyone. It's slight issue with an undead downstairs. It's been banished. The temple is safe. I apologize. You can all go back to bed. It won't happen again.
And most of them accept that. Except there is one 9-10-year-old half-elf boy who just perks up and goes, "But, Father, what about Ratner?"
I'm gonna get down on one knee. I'm gonna lie to a child. I'm gonna get down on one knee and I'm gonna... Technically, it's not gonna be a lie. I'm gonna say, "Don't worry, lad. Ratner came down to help. He's still down there. It's gonna be okay." Technically, not a lie.
It's such a... You're not wrong.
Skirting the fucking line. He's still down there and everything will be okay.
Okay. And people leave. And Gavine is still there. And he just waits for everyone to leave before he just turns to you and goes, "So what happens tomorrow when the kid doesn't resurface?"
Well, I think we both know at this point. I can't really be here tomorrow.
At least you got a brain.
Perchance. Are you gonna tell Godshot where I'm going?
What, you don't know? You should know as well as I do. Secrets.
And I reckon he'll sort of nod. I'm like, secrets. Right. I suppose I best go pack. And I will
Maybe
head
I'll
back
see you.
inside.
And he'll just, before you go, he just goes, "Maybe I'll see you in Thorn River someday."
I think for both our benefit, we best hope we don't.
Never say never.
And I will head back inside to gather my belongings.
Okay. Do you leave that night?
I reckon maybe not so much in the dead of night itself, because obviously it's quite late when everything's kicked off. I would probably wait till as the sun's coming up, because I know at that point most people will probably still be asleep getting ready for a day's work. And I know by that point probably everyone will have gone to sleep. And I reckon rather than going through the town, do you say my building's sort of on the edge of town as well?
Kind of, yeah. It'd be probably the first thing people see if they approach from the north road.
Yeah, I would probably go out at the back, and if I need to take a long way out of town, I'd take a long way out of town just to go around and skirt so no one sees me.
I mean,
actually, you know what I'm going to do? But as I leave, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Oh, that's good. Just
yeah, and then just disappear.
Okay. As you take the north road out of town, it does link up with the main trade road to Thorn River.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a passing caravan. Then just, do you wave him down?
I think before they see me. What was the name of the young lad who died in the cellar, sorry?
Ratner.
I'm going to use disguise self to look like Ratner. So if anyone asks if they've seen him, everyone will think he's left town.
Yeah.
And then I will approach.
Yep.
And wave them down.
Oh. You're right, lad?
Sorry to disturb you. Are you heading to Thorn River? I can't remember what his accent was. This is my closest fucking approximation. I'm so sorry.
I am.
I don't have much, but could this gold get me there?
As it, you have the pouch that was...
The pouch that was given to me, yeah.
And you're offering the pouch?
Yes.
Okay. Inside, looks inside. There's about 5 gold in there. It'll do. At least get you to Land's Ending Farm.
Thank you. And then I will sort of work my way around to climb in.
Yeah, and you climb in the back, and there is a short, red-headed human in the back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bright eyes, freckle face, just flipping a dagger in his nose. Yes. Do I know you?
I don't think so. Do I recognize them?
I think you just got one of them faces.
I have been told that a lot.
Name's Bren.
Ah! Sorry. But anyone watching, context, Bren is someone we've been dealing a lot with in our Friday games. I fucking love Bren. He picks on my character and then says he wants to fuck him. It's a whole dynamic. It's great. I've been told I got one of them faces.
You got a name?
What's the name again? I'm shit with fucking names.
It's all right. Ratner.
Name's Radna. What's yours? I'll hold a hand out.
Brent.
Nice to meet you.
And you head off into the dawning day. Sun peeking over the far-off Icebreaker Sea. As you head towards Thorn River, and when we come to our game, Thorn River is where we will begin.
And it's where Father Vincent will begin again.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is for now where we leave Father Vincent's story.
That was fun. I had a great time.
That
The
was
accent
good.
was a bit iffy, but in your first session, it's going to take some time to sort of slip into the accent a bit better.
We'll get there.
But hey, you know, when we did the original session 0, I was adamant on doing French, and that was god awful.
It was something.
It wasn't French. So yes, so everyone watching at home, welcome back to Heroes and Hijinks. We hope you enjoyed. When these do eventually go out on YouTube and Twitch, we will be airing these pre-records one day after another, hopefully, as long as everything goes to plan, in prep for the campaign starting. So please, if you are watching this one as it's come out, keep an eye out for the other ones. They will be going out around the same time throughout the next few days. And you'll get to meet more lovely, lovely, amazing people.
And the next person we're going to get to meet is our Goliath monk, Urel.
I'm excited.
And it may involve a brief brush with a god we have mentioned in this session.
It's exciting. But yes, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Jace, again for taking on the massive responsibility of being our new DM. I know you've been stressing about this. I hope this was as fun for you as it was for me.
It was very fun.
I have all the confidence in the world you are going to smash it. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy, because obviously I'm recording this. I've not seen the other one-to-ones yet. They've not happened yet. I hope you enjoy them. Jace, I hope they go well. And we shall catch you all live when this series officially starts, where all the characters are in one place.
Look forward to it.
Can't wait. Goodbye, everyone.
Later.